It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso. We're live on SABC3. It's a Monday morning, the start of a brand new week. And here you are to get that dose of feel-good. Now, Raul, it's been 4 months.
Yeah.
4 months of an incredible campaign since Wild Oceans. It's a program of the Wild Trust. They caused quite the stir with the launch of their We Don't Need Our Oceans campaign.
Yeah.
And over this time, the environmental non-profit has shown South Africa and the world, really, what life would be like without our oceans. And obviously, subsequently placed a spotlight on just how important oceans are and just how much we depend on them. And we actually do need them.
Truly, it does indeed. Now, the campaign, obviously controversial as it is in its approach, it reached 18 million people across social and traditional media within the first 2.5 weeks of its rollout. But the campaign has since evolved and the don't has disappeared in the process, which we are here for. Now, the campaign is led by Lauren van Niekerk, who joins us to tell us about the change in approach and the importance of this endeavor. Lauren, how are you doing this morning?
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I'm good.
Well, Lauren, you know, you should be good. You're doing such fantastic work. And let's talk about this. When you say a life without our oceans in your campaign, what exactly do you mean there?
Well, I mean, honestly, there wouldn't be life without our oceans. We don't realize just how much we depend on them. I mean, every second breath we take comes from the ocean. They regulate our weather, they give us jobs, they support ecotourism, they mitigate climate change. But essentially, as the human race, I guess, you know, we're selfish beings. We don't really think about how things, about things other than ourselves, unless we're impacted directly, unless the consequences are right on our doorstep. So that's why we decided to show South Africa what life without our oceans could look like. Not enough oxygen, we wouldn't be able to do all those fun things in the ocean, limited food, chaotic weather. I mean, our oceans really are in trouble. They're struggling with overfishing, resource extraction, pollution, climate change. Science tells us we are facing biodiversity collapse, starting as early as 2030. That is less than 10 years from now. And the scary reality is that my daughter might not be able to see sharks and fish and octopus, you know, in the wild less than 10 years from now. So there really is an urgency. We really need to protect our oceans and look after our oceans in order for it to keep giving us everything that we take.
Well, I couldn't agree more. I mean, the ocean truly has impacted me and my life so dramatically. I can't even think of a world or life. There is no life without the ocean, clearly, like you said. But for me, what's really pertinent about this project is that 18 million people across social and traditional media came across your We Don't Need Our Oceans campaign, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. Whether it's eyes on, it's always good to have more of it. So how has this shock value kind of helped your campaign raising that important awareness?
Sure. So, I mean, as an environmental organization, we've been telling people to conserve and recycle and reduce consumption and reuse and kind of pushing all these positive messages, trying to get people to look after the ocean, look after the land. And we started feeling a little bit like a stuck record, you know, because it just wasn't changing for the better. So we decided to launch We Don't Need Our Oceans. Everyone thought we had lost our minds. We hadn't. But essentially, we said we don't need our oceans. South Africa went, of course we do. And then a lot of people actually followed through with small acts that they could do for our ocean. We actually have a really, really cool page on our website, oceanimpact.co.za. And there is literally a boundless list of things that you can do for the ocean. You know, the shock value as well also helped us start conversations. So it got people's attention, and then we could have conversations about marine protected areas. Some people don't even know what marine protected areas are. And then once we had got people's attention, we had the ability to talk to them about marine protected areas, tell them that South Africa has 42, tell them that we need more, and tell them why we need more. So it's been great.
You've built such an important platform with this oceanimpact.co.za, and I love the resources that you are giving every single person who wants to learn more and indeed do more. But what's the call to action now? Because I know that the message has evolved and it's changed. How can people lend their voice to this mission?
Sure. So, I mean, during these crazy COVID times that we found ourselves in, we thought it was really important to find something quick and simple and easy for people to do. So we have set up an appeal on our website, oceanimpact.co.za. The appeal tab, you can also find us on social media at Ocean Impact SA. And essentially, you can plug your name and your country into the appeal template, and you can be one of 100,000 voices supporting our government, taking marine protected areas from 5%, we currently have 5%, through to 10%, because, I mean, that urgency is there and we need it. And we really think that 100,000 voices will go a long way to supporting our government, to supporting Minister Creasy, to supporting the Department of Environment, Forestry and Fisheries, in taking that step and increasing our marine protected areas.
Well, Lauren, you're one voice amongst many that I just want to honestly, personally say thank you from everyone out here at Expresso for doing what you're doing for our generation and, of course, our future generations as well. And, of course, coming onto the show this morning and spreading that word, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
What a pleasure.
Stunning work. Well, we must make a shift from what needs to be done, which science has made very clear. We're hearing it every day, to how it can be done. We need to make those shifts, and our oceans do need us to take the step, to step up. It's evident now more than ever that we do need our oceans. So go on and sign the appeal if you want to lend your voice to the cause, be one of the 100,000 voices. And of course, now let's make a delicious meal, which is actually made responsibly sourced seafoods in the mix there.